is that we can both see, since you've actually got knowledge about the game.
It's been a while since I played it. But yeah. It has been 100%. I ain't
Well, I know.
not recent routes, but
Well, I know plenty about the recent routes and everything. Besides, you can just talk about Jagger percent.
well, the thing about Jagger percent is specifically, I don't know what I'm doing.
Jagger percent is the route you make up on the fly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's like Ron's got percent in certain.
I think that was one of the reasons why Dragon Things looked into other routes. Because he was, like, we did a race and I obviously did not practice beforehand. So I just like did whatever I assumed was probably fast
For what, this?
for 100% Zero Mission.
Oh, the other routes we're actually looking into because I accidentally saw Darko do a really awkward route to backtrack and get a missile in Norfair that he forgot about. And then he took a different route back up to the mothership, which basically sparked everything. Yeah. He went back through Norfair instead of going back through Quaid like we had
I did the same
been.
thing. Dragon Things. It was like, oh, what? Okay. Like, why are you doing this?
I don't know, actually.
Why
It's
do
not.
we do this?
It's not.
It's just the speakers.
Oh, it's the speakers, okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Just one question. Is it possible, around 5 minutes in the run, is it okay to mute the speakers? Yeah, because there's a trick I want to do where the music actually messes me up. Just not from the TV, just from here. Just for like a minute or two. I'll let you know when.
What trick is that?
Not now, but like within 5 minutes about. Okay, thanks.
Can we just get a quick roll call before we start the run?
Kirbymastah?
I'm Jagger G. I don't know what I'm doing when I run this.
Dragon Dark?
Bowspark?
Alright. We ready? Ready?
You should be good.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so this is the run that you didn't see at AGDQ. This is 100% on normal difficulty. Last time this was run at a GDQ was back in 2012, where I did a really rust percent run of it. Pretty sure Kirby can pull out something a little bit better than I did, since there's been a lot of new route discoveries for this in the last year or so.
There have been a lot of route changes. At the same time, I practiced a lot for AGDQ because of the donation incentive. Thankfully, low percent hard one. The thing is, I've only done like 3 or 4 runs of this ever since. And I did like 1 run right before, right after it's added. So I'm like, let's see how this goes. But yeah, you notice that this game, the controls are like almost exactly the same as Fusion. Physics are a little bit different, faster. You can single wall jump, you can bomb jump everywhere. Not as much shine spark tricks. You can't R shoot. We never mentioned that in a Fusion race. Anyways.
Pretty important.
Yeah, but oh well, it's okay. 100% is just collecting all 100 items, including the major upgrades. Unlike Fusion, well, Fusion's just kind of weird in that it only accounts expansions. Zero Mission, most Metroids do count expansions. Major upgrades towards percentage. So. Normally, well, the natural route gets the long beam right now, but I'm going to skip that because it wastes time and makes my life absolute hell. So, let's see how this goes.
Skipping it will make your life hard.
Well, leaving it for later. This is 100%. It saves, I think Dragon Fang said that on a raw route alone, it saves like 15 seconds to leave long beam for later in 100%.
Yeah, however, it does make the hive room significantly more difficult.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get a double. Nope.
You might have noticed, like right there, he just wall jumped off of the air because for some reason it makes invisible walls as soon as the fight begins.
Yeah, doubles seem much harder in Zero Mission than in Fusion.
So what happened there is he didn't attack me, which is a mixed blessing. On one hand, it saves time. On the other hand, I don't get missile drops. So I'm getting kind of luck so far. And that should be good. I can work with 3 missiles.
Fortunately, green Geemers tend to drop missiles fairly often.
You want to be at full health, although unlike Fusion, if you're at full health but not full missiles, you're not guaranteed missile drops. You can still get health drops in Zero Mission, which is kind of annoying.
If you
And
watch
this
my,
is the high room.
if you watch my low percent run, you'll know exactly how painful that can be.
Ideally, you want to stay in there, damage boost into there and stay in there, but it's kind of luck-based. Yeah, didn't get it again either. And the missile works out exactly perfectly. Like, I think the hives have 64 HP, each missile does 20 damage, and your default beam does 2 damage. The reason why long beam is so nice is because the bugs have 3 HP. When you upgrade your beam once, in this case long beam, you actually do 3 damage, but without it, each bug takes 2 hits to kill. So without doing some kind of jumping strat or YOLO strat, hive room is really bad without long beam, because each bug takes 2 hits to kill, whereas with long beam it takes only 1. Basically, with each beam upgrade you get besides charge beam, your beam damage increases by 1. So like having only long beam does the same amount of damage as like having only ice beam or only wave beam.
This is, of course, excluding charge beam.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, charge beam is kind of bad in this game.
All right, so in a bit, after I kill these bugs, I'm gonna call for a bit of serious time. There's some really difficult bomb jumps coming up.
I don't think so.
I think it's hard.
No, he was asking if this is where you needed the sound off.
Oh, not here yet. No, this isn't it yet. I want the sound
not
off
totally
for a
okay.
I'm
grade.
pretty sure I know where it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were correct.
These bugs control pretty hard.
Yeah. That was It could have been
It's
worse.
very possible for them to just stay up in that area for like 10 seconds.
Go. Yes, got it.
Good.
You have to be really fast for it, or else that second ripper will hit you, and you have to wait like an extra 10 seconds. Okay, I personally have a lot of trouble with it. A lot of other runners don't.
I have my off days and on days.
Yeah. There are 2 more bomb jumps coming up. Third one is the hardest, but it's not the most time consuming to mess up. The second one coming up is not that bad. I also want to give shout out, if you like, I'm going to use a slightly different route than what's going to happen at ESA. I want to give shout outs to Jack and Fangs and Mobius Man. They're both very good runners around my skill level. They're going to do a race of this category at ESA, and they're probably much better practiced at it than I am. And they're using like a marathon route with swag and safety and stuff. So I highly recommend you talking while bomb jumping is not a good idea. I highly recommend you follow them and watch out for that race. So I'm gonna go in this area and get the E-Tank, but I'm not gonna get Varia Suit, even though it's 100%. And that's because the game, when you get Gravity Suit after Chozodia, the game actually just gives you Varia Suit anyways, which is kind of nice, so I never have to get Varia Suit. On the other hand, Varia Suit would have been nice to have for a lot of heated rooms in Warfare, so, And again, I don't have long beams, so I have to use missiles for that.
Acid's not all that scary to stand in, even without Varia.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It does 1 damage every 8 frames. It's really not that bad. On the other hand, Lava does 1 damage every 3 frames.
Like heated rooms?
I haven't actually looked into heated rooms. They're probably about the same, though.
All right, here comes a really hard bomb jump. Yeah. Yes, okay.
Nice.
That was perfect. That's a lot harder than it looks because the ripper positions are random, and also the zoomer is random as well. It can get in your way, so you have to like react. And I have like 4 or 5 different methods of doing that, just depending on all the patterns they do. And sometimes the zoomer will go in the other direction, and it's best to wait and kill it, or else it'll interrupt your bomb jump.
Basically, what he's trying to do right here is eliminate any backtracking later on for items.
There is a route that goes to this area with Screw Attack and actually saves 2 seconds, but that's getting into that discussion is kind of complicated. Let's just say there's a lot of routing choices you have in Zero Mission, and the one I'm doing is not really the fastest, but it has a lot of swag, and that's actually kind of slowish, kind of. Yeah, missile drops are also nice because I want a lot of missiles. I'm probably not gonna refill before crate. By the crate fight, I want to have at least like 18, 19 missiles. ideally. And that's what I'm comfortable with for the fight. And I'm gonna get another missile tank here. And not care about damage.
Zero Mission varies a lot from Fusion, obviously, for the various route choices, and especially with 100%, the modern routes, you have plenty of options that are about as fast. You can pretty much pick and choose what you feel comfortable with.
Can I have the speakers off now? Thank you. So,
There is a
difficult
very good reason why he wants the music off for this. I'm fine with having the sound on for this because I actually use the noise the bombs make for the timing for it. But some people prefer visual cues. What he's going to be doing is a horizontal bomb jump across a giant pit of acid. And the reason why he's taking the safety save here is because it's actually very possible he could die if he misses it too many times. This is probably the hardest skill-based trick in the game to do. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up now and let him do it.
I'm gonna call for some serious time here if that wasn't self-explanatory. Yes, let's try!
Very nice.
Okay, music can go on now.
You can turn the music back on, by the way. Thank you.
There we go.
So I guess you cross this Sam's print this.
Yeah.
That is pretty much it.
Yeah, the music is very slightly off sync and can very easily throw you off. If you
Also, yes, Sam, I know that Rat's a little slow, I don't care. Sam the Digital is another, you should follow Sam the Digital, he has the record for any percent. This is literally just Sam the Digital, no spaces, and on Twitch. And he is really good at this game. Like, he has the second best, ooh, that kind of sucks. He has the second best time for Zero Mission 100%. The record in-game time is at 50:58.
Like Spidey Whitey.
Spidey Whitey. Second best is 52:05. No, 52:04 by Sam. Third best is 52:05 by me. So 1 second off from his time. All right, so again, I hate to call this again, but I really need to concentrate for this boss. This is a lot harder than it looks. Doing this boss really well.
It's really easy to beat, really difficult to go fast.
That's bad. That was really bad.
Nope, knock it off.
That was really bad. Oh well.
He really doesn't want you having those missiles.
All right. Should be one missile away, I think. Or not.
Oh,
Okay.
nope.
Oh! Ah! This is really bad.
Wow.
Kraid is not happy with you right now.
This is a pretty bad fight. All right. I should... There we go. That was pretty bad, but the crate area is like the hardest part of the run. So I'm just glad I got HPJ first try and didn't die. And there's another really difficult Shines part coming up soon. So there's a lot of really difficult tricks with this route I'm doing here. The HPJ route I did, if you do like a run purely for speed, it saves, on the route itself, it saves 10 seconds because you don't fight Acid Worm and you leave it for later when you have like Plasma Beam, Supers, Space Jump, Screw Attack, Gravity Suit. But you also don't have to fight Acid Worm for 30 missiles. So you can skip a refill at the unknown item, which is what I did. So it kind of saves like 15 seconds instead. All right, here we go. You have to be really fast for this. You can wall jump, but I suck at it. It's very precise, so I don't do it. There we go. Okay. I can't use the blink because I never fought Acid Worm, so.
You have a really tight window if you go that route. You could also wall jump off the door, which is slightly faster. It gives you a lot more leeway for the shine sparking, but it's also you got to be in a really precise position. Well, it's a pretty precise position when you wall jump off the door. You have to be low enough to clear the ceiling.
In the room that I got a speed boost in, I kind of forgot to get a missile tank there. In the fastest route, you don't get it right now, but I was trying to do a clean swag cleanup with Brigade, so where I'm supposed to get that missile tank now. But I kind of forgot it, so I guess I'll just do the swag route and then pick it up on my way out. Because
I blame the sunglasses.
even though I'll lose time, it just looks, the shine spark I want to go for looks really cool. So
It's not really that far out of the way.
it's not the worst thing in the world. All right, so now would probably be a good time for donations.
All right, we got $35 from Iron Sean. Keep up the great work, everyone. $25 from KOA. It was a real blast watching such a close race between the three during Metroid Fusion. I'm really hoping the 500k goal gets achieved so Siglemma can do the 120-star run, and hopefully this small donation is a step closer to that. P.S. Kill the animals. $50 from David Warner. Your speedruns are a hoot to watch, Kirby. So thanks for putting so much time in to entertain us all, and of course to raise money for charity.
Thank you.
$50 from Theo Chin. Had to get a donation in for the 70,000 star run. Keep saving those frames, and if any animals get in the way, don't worry about killing them. $20 from RKamic. I love Metroid, so there was no way I couldn't donate during the Metroid block. I feel bad about the fact that I first heard of Samus from Super Smash Bros., but the rest is history.
Me, same here.
Me too, actually.
$10 more if you pronounce my name right. Well, I hope I got it right.
All right, so just one quick thing. The shine spark I did there saves only a half second.
It's not that difficult of a spark to get.
It's not the worst thing in the world. The hard part is the shine charge itself because it's very precise. But typically, if I were doing a serious attempt, I would get charge beam first because while it doesn't really save time, it makes a lot of sections easier.
You have missiles.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, it's just convenience. So
Yeah, that's kind of one of the other things about the different 100% runners. We all have like very slight differences in what we do with certain expansions in terms of when we pick them up and what we do with them. Like Kirby prefers to pick up charge beam there. I prefer to just do the shine spark and deal with missiles.
I think most Zero Mission runner gets a charge beam nowadays.
Yeah, I like that shine spark in Brinstar is really important to me personally because it looks cool. So
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I did it here because it looks cool.
but as Kirby said, it only saves like a half second. So it's really just your choice. It's just really just a personal preference on what you want to do there.
Also, if you see some guy named Dragonfangs in the Twitch chat, you should listen to everything he says because he knows everything about this game and he passes this game.
That's assuming someone else will use the name Dragon thing.
Nah, he's in the chat. I'm pretty sure he's in it right now. I've seen him in the chat.
He had to have been in the chat. He made a donation.
All right, here's a shine spark that looks a lot harder than it actually is. But watch me mess it up. But looks cool. Oh. Okay, well, there. Well, I just ate my words.
Wind spark, I guess.
That was not meant to be a real applause, by the way.
Can that be a wind spark?
Totally.
That's not a wind spark.
No, my stop pixels are off. So if I'm at the correct stop pixel, I can do like a straight jump without shine sparking. By getting clipped by that wall right above the super missile tank, and I can shine spark immediately, but instead I kind of can't do that. So it's not really a big deal. And I think Mobiusman told me to break out of my spin like that, except I kind of failed it.
Don't do that. Also, don't forget to go for diagonal.
Oh yeah,
Zigzag.
Zigzag hype.
No pressure, just don't screw it up.
And then one more than I should have, but that's okay.
Good job.
That's cool.
The way you did that, I think that was actually.
Is that a new strat or what?
Again, it looks cool. Very important.
Is that new or is that just swag?
That's
That's pretty old.
Okay, yeah.
That is definitely not faster.
There's one spot where charge beam saves like a few. Oh wait, no, I don't have charge beam. Never mind. Forgot. Normally, if you have your beam charge and you power grip into a marble tunnel, you shoot your charge beam like immediately, so you don't have to bother with like manually shooting that block, which saves like frames, I guess. All right, so typically this next part coming up is pretty scary run killing because I'm going to be going through a lot of heated rooms with very little health. And I'm going to have like less than 80 tank afterwards. I'm not going to safety save, but I am going to refill because at high jump. So,
I just want to say, I think you have too many missiles right now.
because like typically in a serious speedrun, I would have like around 200 health at high jump. But if I refill, that's like an extra 150 health or something, and that should be enough to make like a few mistakes in the heated rooms.
So yeah, this is another route change that was discovered within the last year. We're basically getting Ice Beam very late.
Oh, this is another route change. That's a swag. Except this guy's mean. I'm not gonna get the super missile tank now. I'm gonna get it later because space boosting is cooler than shine sparking. Not sure if I got that. Got it.
Nice.
Save a half second of in-game time. Lose like 3 seconds of real time.
Oh.
I have a lot of health. Jeez. Whatever. I'm gonna refill it anyways, just in case. You never know. If something goes wrong.
Still, this route is a little bit different from the old 100% routes, as we get Ice Beam after completing Ridley's lair. It saves, I think it's about 8 seconds over the old route. But it makes a few things in Ridley a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Just because you can't use enemies as platforms.
There you go. I'm safe for now.
Nice.
Oh, if you notice, I fired a missile down into the ground. That's because there tends to be, half the time there's going to be a Nova there. So it takes care of that option if the Nova gives me a bad pattern. And now I'm going to go get Screw Attack.
Unfortunately, Screw Attack is not quite as busted in this game as it is in Fusion.
Most Metroid games, really.
I always like Echoes.
Hey, I'm going to really hope for some super missile drops. Come on. Yo, there you go.
Hope
Sweet.
you don't die.
Because, I mean,
He's only touching one more heated room between here and Ridley's lair.
yeah. Although there is a bomb jump I'm going to do in the lava coming up, but if I fail that to the point where I lose 200 health, that's kind of pathetic, and I kind of deserve to not run this game. So. It is a hard jump, but you don't lose much health for each try. It's probably like 10 at max. So yeah, there's 2 routes you can take in Norfair, 2 primary routes. What I'm doing right now is lower Norfair cleanup, where the primary, basically, during cleanup, I'm going to go through the lower route of Norfair. And then the old route, which is upper Norfair cleanup, doesn't do this right now. Oh, I should have grabbed that. Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
So what the advantage to lower Norfair cleanup is that you get an extra super missile tank. There we go. That's the bomb I'm talking about. But the advantage to the upper Norfair cleanup is that it saves 6 seconds on route alone, roughly. So it basically comes down to, do you want to get a extra super missile tank or not? But in the case of doing acid worm skip, the problem is, in a serious speedrun, you want to skip all refills pretty much. If you do the upper Norfair cleanup route with acid worm skip, you only have 3 E-tanks, and that's not going to be enough to go through all the heated rooms I went through, as well as like the extra heated room with the missile tank. So that's why I'm doing lower Norfair cleanup, because I don't have to go through an extra heated room. So I'm not sure if that explanation was coherent, but hopefully it did make sense.
Also, you just, like, a few rooms ago, you went forward and backward through a door just to respawn a block that he broke more quickly.
I was trying to go for a really hard shine spark. Saves like 2 seconds, but it's really tight.
If you're able to get the spark into this room, you can get up towards the ceiling here and just spark all the way across. It saves about 2 seconds.
Yeah, there's a missile tank here, but I'm gonna get it during cleanup because this is the lower routes. Oops. And I'm gonna go ahead and get wave beam. Yeah, I think this will be another good time for donations. So.
All right, we got $20 from Anonymous. You guys were awesome. I visited you all on Tuesday and had a great time. Hope to see you all tonight for Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Also, the Samus alpaca is adorable. $50 from Gigglefits. Excited to see the Metroid GBA speedruns. They're pretty much the only games I beat before my older brothers did. 1 point for the little sister. Keep up the good work, guys. We've got $10 from RV Works. Hello again, SGDQ. 4th donation. Got extremely excited for some reason when I saw the monitor display that there was a 70,000 star run for Mario 64 before common sense and the redaction kicked in. Put this towards the Ocarina of Time run. Let's hope we reach 500k. Good luck to all the runners and thanks for the event.
So this is one spot where charging is really useful.
Who keeps putting these walls in the way?
How do you miss that? I've never missed that shot in my life.
So what happens if you have charge beam is you can kind of buff rush shot on the very first frame, and that makes that guaranteed pretty much. But I missed it for like the first time in a while, so
So do you get the energy tank later?
I'm getting it later.
Okay.
Well, I could have gotten it after failing that, but oh well.
What stopped your speed then?
The wall.
The block.
Well,
I didn't shoot it in time.
He didn't shoot soon
This is
enough.
not any percent. I'm not sure why I'm stopping. So, oops. All right. Okay. Ah, there we go.
Nice.
Decent fight.
That was okay. Yeah. And then, if I'm doing a more serious attempt, I would typically have 6 supers, so I can use 3 missiles on the rightmost vine, and then a super for the rest of the 5 vines. And I need to save 1 super because there's a super missile door coming up. One last thing to mention, there's a route that some people use called the early Imago route, where basically after you land on this elevator, you just go straight back up and fight Imago immediately. I haven't practiced the fight since I practiced for HDQ, so I'm not really gonna go for that.
It's very difficult
with
because you're
one super.
trying to do a Mago with very few super
Yeah.
missiles, which means it's very difficult to quick kill him.
A big advantage to it is the fact that you don't have to fight it accurately, meaning you can conserve supers for Torian. So, no super drop.
By the way, congrats on shooting that super missile door instead of the blue door.
Yeah, I'm notorious for shooting that super missile. No, I shoot a blue door with a super missile sometimes because I think one room ahead. So, come on, super drop. Thank you. And not worth going for that. The super drops are kind of useful because if I get enough supers, I can skip the refill before Ridley. So,
Yeah, in terms of straight up damage, super missiles do
100.
5 times the damage of a normal missile. Normal missiles do 20. Super missiles do 100. His beam right now is doing
3 damage.
Yeah,
per
I'm
shot.
trying to remember how many beams you picked up.
Only 1.
His beam does 3 damage, and if he had charge beam, it would do 12 damage.
Yeah, that's why charge beam is not useful at all in Zero Mission.
Also, I just skipped the map.
That's not the map of shame, though.
I can still get it on the way out, which would be
Fun
kind of
fact,
shameful.
it's apparently possible to do a frame perfect shine spark into the map station and collect it.
I'm guessing you found this out personally?
Alright, so there's a few really difficult rooms coming up soon. I'm not necessarily going to call serious time, but
Yeah,
these
these
are just kind of
these are
annoying.
some relatively difficult shine sparks right here because they're all diagonal, and you got to be really precise in the positioning.
And wall jump here. Good. That saves like 3
that
seconds.
one is ridiculously difficult. The next one's more just positioning, but that one requires an extra wall jump. Unless you can also choose to do it to the left side instead of the right, so you just power grip the ledge immediately.
A couple of frames slower, maybe.
It's like a few frames slower, but it's infinitely easier.
I'm just used to going to the right, so I'm like, okay.
Grab the ledge.
I just keep going right. Wasted super drop. Alright, so there's another diagonal spark coming. And the reason I do diagonal sparks is because, well, the first diagonal spark I did, your other option is to shine spark straight up, and that's you shine spark way past where you want to go. So, there we go. That's tighter than it looks. If I shine spark right, I hit the door, but I need to go back left to get this speed boost here. So doing a diagonal there saves a few seconds as well. And that one's really scary because if you miss that, then you have to start all the way over, and you waste so much time.
You also saved a few frames by bombing another part of the bomb chain while it was still going.
That can sometimes mess up how they're destroyed, though.
Not in this case, but like power bombs generally screw up a lot of bomb chains.
Oh no, I've tried bombing it before, and I've actually had it where it just stopped going altogether.
It happens when you're on record pace.
Too late.
Okay, so that jump right there that he just missed is a 4-frame window.
Yeah, that's deceptively
4 or
hard.
6. Basically
4.
ridiculously small.
I saw Dragonfangs when he's doing his 100% task for it. It's exactly 4 frames.
So yeah, second try, that's whatever.
And we still have such a low success rate for some reason. Just the way the blocks are breaking. It just really obscures your vision.
Okay, this shine spark I'm doing is actually like 1 second slower than just traversing this room normally. The reason why is because I have to go all the way back this way to get a missile tank.
At least it kills all those hoppers, though.
You should have done this part.
No, shine sparking is a bit
The
faster
ball
than
spark.
ball spark. But if I had long beam, that means I can shoot those blocks I just bombed from far away, and they will be exactly the same speed. Ooh, super. But I don't have long beam, so I just shine sparked it anyways because it's just easier, more consistent.
And swag.
It looks cooler too. Ooh, that's not good.
Good waste.
Right. Alright, here's a scary jump coming up. This is where ice beam would be nice. Because you can freeze that guy and just jump over it.
You're gonna run into him.
Yeah. No, or not.
Or
Fell.
huh?
He
must
fell
have been on
down,
the
unlike
missile.
me. Oh, super drop, thank you.
He must have been on the missile as he grabbed it.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That jump is really scary though, because if you miss it, you lose a lot of time.
It's not as bad as 100% because the first block in that pillar room is a shine spark block, speed boost block. So you can shine spark up and you don't lose as much time. But in any percent, you do not have speed boost unless you jack your G and do trade first. So you have to go all the way back. Oh, you have to go all the way back around and you lose a lot of time. And that's basically run over. So, but at top level, missing a dump is run over anyways. But yeah. Not as bad as in 100%. Oh. Okay. So here's one of the hardest boss fights in the game coming up. Like, this is a lot harder than the crate fight I did and failed at. So let's hope I don't fail at this even more. I'm gonna go for a refill trick, even though it's not really faster, just because it looks really cool. So let's go for it. Got it. Yes.
Nice.
I had not seen that before.
That's only happened once before, which is weird. But yeah, that basically refills me during the you got done no item.
Doesn't actually save a bit of time too.
At any percent it does. In this case, no.
Oh.
I just did it because I wanted to show it off. I tried to do that at high jump. It's a lot harder because you don't have as much space.
Hard boss fight.
Yeah.
Hang on, I blinked. Could you reset?
Why?
I blinked.
Oh,
I
I'm
missed
sorry.
it.
Okay, you know what's worse about this boss than the actual boss is the drops. I want as many supers as possible. It's not the worst thing to. Whoa!
Nice.
Okay. I think I'm set.
This is the run.
Ask and you shall receive.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you can make that with two bomb jumps.
Alright, so if I didn't get enough supers, I would stop the speed boost and go back and get some super drops there. But I can do it. Oh no, none. I can do that cool jump through the door instead. These owl enemies here, I'm not sure what they're called, but they.
Holts.
Okay, yeah. They have a higher chance of giving you super drops, like probably like 60-70%, something like that. I don't know, but it's pretty high. So you can kill those if you want super drops as well.
You don't have to worry about those enemies killing you either.
Yeah, unlike low percent hard, or any percent, they can kill you pretty easily. All right. Normally I would bomb jump, but I'm gonna go give this a few tries because it looks cool. Third try! Wow!
That is deceptively difficult to get that.
And that probably saved no time at all. It just looks really cool. Like, it's basically the equivalent of the iceless jump from Mega Man X. I've never done the iceless before, but I can just tell you that the wall jump fight is really hard.
I'm
It's
thinking
probably
the
pixel
diagonal bomb
perfect.
jump is probably.
All right. Don't forget to fight Imago. I almost forgot during a practice run, which was like 2 hours ago, 3. So I'm sorry, Mobius, but I'm gonna use all 8 supers because I have not practiced this fight with only 6. We're using only 6. Ideally, I would use 4, but unless you're Mobius, man, that's like really, really hard because he's really good at mashing supers.
Yes, that's what 8 supers does to this fight.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't soft lock. I don't know what causes that, but every once in a while.
I didn't know it can soft lock.
Well, it's pretty rare, but sometimes it just like slams into the wall and just doesn't break it or something. I forget what it is. It like just gets stuck on the wall and keeps flying towards it.
I've never seen that happen.
I've never seen it either. But anyway, so if I did the early Imago route, that means I would have left Ridley with like 10 supers instead of 2. So, and you want a lot of supers for again, it's not a game breaker if you don't have enough supers. It's just nice to have them. So, and I jump into that spot there to line me up because sometimes if you don't go to a correct spot, you can get clipped by a corner. I don't know how to speed boost.
Just
you can
stand in the vines. That's the point where you run from. Anywhere in those vines is fine.
But yeah.
If you're too far to the left, you'll actually be going too fast, and for some reason your head will clip the corner and slow you down.
If you're too
Still
far,
speed boost.
if you're too far to the right, your head will still clip the corner.
Yeah, so like I hate that spot, so I just decided to just keep jumping into the ceiling and take the 2 or 3 second time loss.
Dragon Fangs doesn't even really understand why it works or why that happens.
And this is Ice
They
Beam.
still pixels, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we were guessing.
It sounds scientific enough.
I'm gonna kill some Rippers because these darker Rippers have a higher chance of being super drops. And there's one there that's not as good as usual, but okay. Better than nothing. These guys can give supers as well, but it's kind of rare. Oh, okay. Sure. Probably not worth going in for that, but whatever.
Yeah.
And 2 more Rippers here, and 2 more later in the room. And there's a super drop. Nice. I don't know how to unmorph. There you go. Kill this guy. Nope. 8 super, that's fine. And it's not worth. If I had like only 2 or 4 or something, it would be worth refilling for Torian probably, because each super probably saves like probably roughly a second each. So, but I have 8, and it's not really worth refilling over. And I'm gonna have 10 because there's one more drop super missile tank I'm gonna get soon in Brinstar. Perfect ball. Yeah, this is probably be another good time for donations.
All right. We've got $10 from Nopex. Hey everyone, greetings from Germany. Once again, you're messing up my sleep schedule, but all is forgiven for such a great cause. Keep on running, you guys are awesome. P.S. Give more money. I really want to see that Siglimic 120 star run. $50 from Captain Tritium. I may have missed the fusion race, but I got in just in time for Zero Mission. Great run so far, and thanks folks for a great SGDQ and supporting this cause. $20 from Pimp Muffin 07.
That's rare.
Those guys actually give me super drops like 1 in 3 runs or something.
Huh.
It's not that. It doesn't seem that rare.
Second time donating this year. Those Metroid prizes are too appealing. Put this towards Ocarina of Time run. $40 from Scott Butler. Thanks to all the runners. Another awesome marathon and another awesome cause. Keep on running. $35 from Captain Obvious. You guys are awesome. Keep up the hard work. Another 35 from Anonymous. Let's get enough for that 120 star run by Siglimic. And $10 from GMM. Gotta donate now for that sweet alpaca. Props to whoever made that, by the way. Also, will Sanic Ball make a return at the bonus stream?
Oh,
All right,
God.
this is totally a late game item, by the way. Very late game.
I really hope this is audible on stream.
It's on stream. Yeah. It was there was a lot of music during Skyward Sword, and the chat was like, "Oh, what is these Spanish words I hear?" You hear a lot of clapping, probably.
It's a good thing they waited until after the horizontal bomb jump.
Yeah,
I like to think
that
they're
would
cheering
mess
for
me up.
Kirbymastah, so.
No, they're not.
Did I get charge beam? Yes, I did. Okay. So I actually paused just because I'm kind of rusty-ish, and I want to make sure I got everything in the area. Brinstar and really should be completely cleaned up now. I should have everything from there.
Incoming
Great.
99%.
No
I really-
99% runs.
No, well, maybe we'll see a 99% world record.
Don't forget the one I grade.
Actually, that probably wouldn't happen because so many people have got to 99% before. Maybe like a 97% or something.
Oh, Dragon Dark, could you remind him to not forget the missile and grade that he skipped?
I'm not gonna forget them. I'm not gonna forget them, probably.
I'll remind you to remind him to remind Blue Glass to remind you to tell him to grab that missile that he may have forgotten.
It's foolproof. What could
That's super
possibly go
low.
wrong?
You did forget it.
That's super luck.
This is interesting
That
luck.
would be too simple.
This is interesting luck.
Think
Only
you
I
mean
got
good
this luck
luck?
in any percent.
Need at least
Because like ammo is very tight in any percent, and you want like a lot because you barely have enough missiles to go through Torian. Period. And there's an entire farming phase during Torian in any percent. But 100%, I kind of have over 100 missiles. So I don't really need to worry.
And also, you just jumped there to spawn one of the Metroids.
Yeah, this one
make
here.
him appear a little earlier. Because this random, like how soon
Nice,
they
double supers.
Yeah, this is pretty good luck so far.
eliminates the little arm.
I want to be at not 7 supers because I want to go for the double super threat because it looks sexy. So
Nice.
okay.
Still not quite as good as my 100% run. 2012, where I was getting supers off like every Metroid.
Oh, okay. That works. Oop. Ah, no, the Rinkas, no! No. And I got a super drop.
Yeah, so Metroids do, on this difficulty, they do 1 damage per frame that they're latched onto you. Obviously, he's got enough energy to tank it.
What FPS does this run at?
60.
And if you do get grabbed by the Metroid, an easy way to get him off you is to just like
I was sloppy.
jump, morph in midair, and then plant a bomb and unmorph. And it'll slow you down enough in midair so that the Metroid will get hit by the bomb and it's a fall, and you'll get away immediately.
Got a lava piece. Yeah, I don't know how to press left. That Rinka sucks. Here we go. Oh no! That Rinka messed up my strats.
So how much damage does that beam do?
The fully extended beam, when it gets out to the platforms, does 50 on normal. At point blank, though, it does 1. Touching the eye does 1. Touching the brain itself does 20.
So every time I watch Kirbymastah, he screws up Mother Brain. So
Yeah, and I messed it up.
I think this
so
was no
screw you.
exception.
That's why you're on the couch.
Yeah, that's exactly why you're on the couch, just to make me mess
You're
up
like the
Mother
Mr. MV to Kirby.
Brain. Oop, whoops. And escape apparently. So can someone kick Biospark off the couch?
No, he's staying right here.
He is the 1%.
Yeah, perfect time would be around
Very
133,
clever, Kirby.
134.
69 missiles.
Yeah, totally. Wait, I had 69? Didn't know that.
Should have gone for 42 again.
And I wouldn't have enough time to go to 42. I did that in a practice run.
You had too many missiles. It's not the answer.
Okay, so,
Wait, so is the music ready? I'll let you know once you play it. Not yet.
What is this about?
I don't know actually.
I don't know either.
Something about dead ass.
Well, if we can hear it over the concerts that are going on in the other rooms here.
I'd rather hear this music than the concert, so. Shout out to Monchips who gave me this idea that I'm going to request soon. I think it was Monchips in my chat like a week ago. This is like one part of Zero Mission that's like pretty much exactly the same in every category.
The difference is in how many energy tanks you have walking through here. But record attempts obviously do not take the refill at the beginning of it, so it actually is exactly the same on every
Yeah,
every run.
like typically I'm so used to going without the refill that it's not a big deal for me at all. But of course, this is a marathon. I will save, so because if I don't heal, a pirate does 100 damage, so you die. I'm more scared of Charlie, which we have a name for the Chosen Ghost fight for some reason.
Him.
It does 50 damage as well, so you can only take 1 hit on it.
It needed a name. He
Were you
gave
the
it
one that named Bob too?
No, that was Carter, I believe.
I
think it
guess
was.
so.
And
It was around
did
that
you know
area.
Iron Ted, though?
I think Jagger G named
I think
Charlie.
so.
I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I don't know where Iron Ted came from, honestly.
Somewhere on M2.
No map of shame? There we go.
If he had gotten that map of shame, I would have kicked him out of the Zero Mission community right now.
Granted, that jump is not as trivial as it looks. If you jump like too early, you're gonna get the map. Of course, if you jump too late and or high, you're gonna clip like a block above it, and you'll get the fall down and get the map. You have to jump at the right height.
It is a mark of shame in the Zero Mission community.
Can you play the music now? I don't know if this room can hear it. Can they?
They can hear it.
I can hear it just fine.
They can hear it through your microphones if nothing else.
What is this from?
Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, okay.
Snake! Snake!
I'd really like to know the chat's reaction to this.
That was
Yeah, reset the spotlight pattern. Alright, so if I get caught here, this would be like the best timing for the music. So it's kind of a win-win if I get caught or not.
What's YSG?
RC is blue glass.
Oh, okay.
Getting all the love, blue glass. Blue glass.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Nice.
They're probably really laughing right now.
Was it you that told him that safety strap for pirates?
Oh,
Actually, kind of made it up on the spot.
I don't know. I didn't see what strat he was using. I was looking at the chat.
Yeah, he tripped the alarm and he had to wait on the ledge.
He just
Alright,
jumped
that's
over.
enough of that.
Yeah, I told him that.
Shout out to I think it was Monchips who suggested playing that. It was someone in my chat like a week ago.
That was a perfect fade out.
Perfect. So yeah, this is mostly self-explanatory. It's just wall jumping execution.
Metal Gear Samus.
Metal Gear Samus. Oh, God, that wall jump's really hard. Pull off.
Oh,
So we have a $500 donation from Kirbymastah. Gerst Heart Yoshi. Sorry, bro.
Very nice, thank you.
Let's see if I got the Sam strat.
You might have.
Maybe. Yes.
Yes!
Okay.
Nice.
For some reason, like it's basically Sam and myself who are the only ones who are like consistent at that strat.
Yeah, I get it like half
We don't
the time.
really get why, we just are.
It's like the Sam strat is basically what happens is I stunned the pirate the moment I entered that big room, so no pirate has seen me for such a long time, so the alarm turns off on its own, meaning I don't have to, if the alarm's still on, I would go left into the save room to despawn the alarm. It saves 2 real-time seconds, and I think Sam said 20 in-game frames.
It's not much on normal. It's a lot more on hard though, since that same save room does not exist on hard.
Like they actually removed a few save rooms in hard mode, so. That was perfect.
We also have a $4.20 donation from Rams saying we'll give another $10 if Blue Glass says, "Hey Macarena."
hey, Macarena.
So how's life? Well, I hold left.
I'm not going to dance the Macarena though. Sorry.
She's crawling as best she can.
Why can't Metroid crawl?
Easy with 6 energy.
All right, like this is
Serious time?
totally serious time because I need to get the perfect pattern on these consumable blocks. There we go.
Very nice.
Like my college blocks.
You only shot 3 each time. I can get 4
That's boring.
with a perfectly symmetrical pattern.
Nice breaking of reality you do.
All right, so now that the stealth section's over, of course I took no damage because I did exactly what I normally do. Pirates the stealth section is actually not that bad if you know what to do in every room, honestly.
But it is
This
possible.
fight-
But it is possible that if you make one mistake, it's very possible to take
Yeah.
a hit for it.
This fight is a lot scarier if you don't heal though, because you only get hit once and this boss is very random. Fortunately, I healed, meaning I can show off a strat that I forgot who found out, but I think Dragon Fangs is the one who told me about this. But basically, on this first, I'm not sure if it's on the first round, but second and third round, if you damage yourself on the mirror, then the weak point will show up on average 1 second faster. So, like, with what I'm gonna do, I can save 2 or 3 seconds on average. Again, this is ultimately up to luck. You might notice a difference, you might not. So, we'll see. So you're gonna see me shoot myself 3 times. Because I have the health to do this. Oh, whoa, that was really
That was a
good.
fast one.
So yeah, I'm gonna hurt myself. And we'll see if it spawns early. There we go.
Very
That's-
fast second one.
That was fast.
And appear soon. Ah! That was my fault. That was really good though. That was pretty early too. There we go. And it doesn't work on this round, unfortunately. And you see me moving around because on the first, second, and third round because that prevents lightning from shooting out. But it doesn't matter on the 4th round. So.
Okay,
All right.
let's go.
Here we go.
This is serious time.
Serious time. That was completely off. This is a glitch you can do where if you like turn around the frame, Samus turns towards the mirror, then you have control of her.
Reset.
And then you can fire some shots before this cutscene starts, and they kind of glitch out for like a second. Kind of sad I didn't get that, but it's okay.
And see, Daria.
Yeah, I have Aria, so. And I'm totally going to press select to the music soon. of completely overpowered, but this is actually serious. Like, actually, I would like to call for serious time for this. Because this is really bad if I mess this up.
Oh, some difficult Shine Sparks coming up.
Yeah, this one right here is really tight to get everything correct.
Without doing extra targets. Oh.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Barely got that.
Yes.
Yeah, he got it. Yes.
Nice.
Okay, there we go.
It's just so many things you could potentially mess up there.
What?
Home scene.
Okay. Cool. Not too big of a deal. At least it happened after the Shine Spark.
But yeah, something to, a bit of a comparison here. I'm guessing the space pirates right now feel pretty much like Samus does, which is going up against the SAX in Fusion.
Pretty much. So just a route thing that I'm not gonna do. It's called a glass tube route. Basically what you do is you go through the underground Chozodia in only one trip, and it actually saves a bit of real time, but you short on power bombs, and it's a one-shot trick. The bad part to it is that I don't get to show off a really cool set of speed boosts. And I'd rather do that, because I know that at ESA, Dragon Fangs and Mobius Man will definitely do a good job of showing off the glass tube route, so I'm not gonna show it off, they will. So again, you better watch the race at ESA, because it's gonna be really good.
ESA, for those who don't know, is the European Speed Cruise Assembly. It's a European marathon game.
Yeah.
Do they have a website, or is it just on their Twitch?
I don't know.
Yeah, space pirates run faster than you until you get
Team
speed boost.
Ludindy, right?
Is that?
Team Ludindy?
It's on Ludindy's channel, yes.
Thank you.
I love that.
So for the longest time, Zero Mission runners did not know that these atomics are attracted to your charge beam, whereas like every casual player knew. So it was kind of funny when we found out. And you're like, oh my god, this is something completely new. Oh my god.
Just like to make an announcement, we just hit $300,000 in donations for the marathon.
That space pirate was so happy for that.
Yeah, he was just celebrating 300K. Oops. Curved missile? Nah. You can hit the door from there.
Do you know what the frame window on that is?
I have no idea. Something tight, because I only get it like a fourth at a time. You jump over me, I jump over you.
Probably like one or two.
All right, so you're gonna see me shoot my beam diagonally at the ceiling, and that's to activate the work bot up there early.
Work robot!
And you'll also see me using more supers, because there's a mandatory refill I have to do anyway, so if I use normal missiles, that's more frames lost on the refill. If that makes sense. Because like refilling one super costs one frame, refilling one missile costs one frame. So I'd rather use up as supers instead of missiles if I can. Because it takes more missiles to accomplish what I want to do usually. And you'll see that 2 rooms ahead when I want to kill a atomic. Because it takes 2 missiles to kill it, but 1 super to kill it. So that saves like 1 frame on the refill.
Oh, I didn't know they were hurt by missiles.
So this guy right here, that guy. I will use 2 missiles on that guy on my way to Iron's Head because I don't want to burn supers. I want supers for Iron's Head.
Oh yeah, and for those of you who are confused, Iron's Head is the battle boss.
Yeah, I don't know why you call him that, but
The official one, I think
It's a metallic Ridley thing, right?
technically called Robo Ridley.
Like a Ridley.
Mecha Ridley.
Mecha Ridley,
Has a bunch of
Metal
names,
Ridley.
but the right name is Ironhead.
hey!
Hey!
It's like Zelda. Hey! It's King of Red Lions. Hey! Alright, so this is where cleanup begins. And with like 2 or 3 years ago, cleanup was really kind of boring. And there are still, some kind of boring parts, but with the recent route changes, there's been a lot more, it's a lot cooler, and there's a lot cooler tricks, and it just flows a lot better overall. So lag, 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 lag. Oh, it didn't lag much.
You fail at lag, Kirby.
Dude, I keep thinking of terms of fusion. I'm always like, why aren't you using a power bomb like every chance you get?
He only
I know.
has so much
This
power.
is Zero Mission. Fusion gives you 74 power bombs full.
Yeah.
Zero Mission gives you 18.
Unfortunately, you don't have 74.
It's just like the opposite problem. Fusion gives you way too many. Zero Mission gives you way too few. So power bomb management is actually pretty important. So, oops. Hi there. Oh, okay.
Tink.
Nice.
Think.
It says no.
Technically, it's faster to knock him to the right, but I kind of forgot the timing for that, so I'm not going to do it.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm really bad at making that sound. Dragon Archer's very good, though.
Jagger's good at it too.
If I remember.
Alright, here's a cool strat that looks really cool. Or that pirate can just not come out. Okay, I was expecting a pirate to come out on the left side, so I was getting ready to fire a super missile on the left. So what you want to do is shoot a super forward to kill the pirate. Shoot, I forgot actually, I just do it by instinct. I don't know how to explain it, but whatever. Alright,
You do the thing and hit the other guy.
yeah, something weird. Okay, so this is my mandatory refill because I need power bombs. Oh, apparently I can save as well, so there goes that
Yeah, that
glass
was
again.
necessary.
Yeah. If I did glass tuber, I would save here because it is a one-shot trick. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but you can mess it up if you're not paying close attention. So, but I'm not doing that route. Again, shoutouts to Mobius Man and Dragon Fangs for that. All right, so I'm going to leave this room right after the power bomb hits that, and that saves in-game time. I might save real time too, actually, but it basically skips the glass breaking animation.
I thought there's a strat where you charge your Shine Spark right before it.
Yeah, you
Like
charge your
breaks.
shine while the power bomb's going off on the glass tube, and that's the glass tube.
That's what he was talking about.
And you only have one chance because the glass is broken after you get the shine charge. So, but it's really cool because you can like get the E-Tank early. You get everything early and everything underground immediately.
Is that a different route then?
Yeah, it's a different route that Dragon Fangs and
okay.
Mobius will use. But I'm not doing that.
Makes the same sound effect.
All right, here we go. This looks really
I
cool if I
think
can pull
so.
this off. And I can fail at falling down. And that guy can be in the way.
But you're so good at falling down. Exactly.
I didn't fight for us.
Showers is the expert at strat. Please don't snipe me. Thank you.
So that charge beam you just did back there to kill the, I forget what those things are called. That was like one of our first actual realizations that we had a use for charge beam.
Pretty much. All right. Oh, that was almost too early. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not too far enough.
No infinite spark, reset.
Kill those fishes.
Starts like AB.
Now it is possible using a slightly varied strat of what's going on right here to hold a shine spark for about 70 seconds.
It is a different sound effect.
It is?
Very important thing to do.
Right. I need to backpack for this power bomb tank. Oh, that might be too low. No, it's not. Okay. That should be okay.
That
Nice timing with the thunder with the lightning there.
Thank you.
This
So
power
that
bomb tank,
diagonal spark there is actually deceptively precise.
I've lost many runs
If,
to it.
if you're even if you're even just a pixel off, it won't break all of those speed booster blocks.
This is slower, but it looks cool, so hopefully I'll get it. No.
Yeah, it looks cooler, all right, Kirby.
Typically you would ball spark, but I was
You
trying
and
to
your
space
cool
boost
strats.
through. So, oh well. And time to clear out Praetorian, and this will be a good time for donations.
Okay, we've got $50 from Wings. Enjoying watching the runs, keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll get to see some Super Mario 64 120
Sup,
stars. $50 from Captain Lupe. Keep up the awesome work, you guys are incredible. Collecting money in such a unique and special way is just amazing. Shoutouts from Germany. $40 from Moppet. Have to have that Ocarina of Time run, but I also want to see the opera from FF6 perform. Keep up the good work, everyone. $50 from Still Had All These. Sick runs as usual. Give those dollars for Doctors Without Borders and for 120 stars. P.S. Save the animals. And $10 from Tables. I turned the stream on a whim before going to bed and see my favorite streamer Kirbymastah running an awesome game in fun category. So felt like I had to donate. I wish I had more to donate. Put the speaker contribution toward whatever Kirby wants. P.S. Kirby go practice Grand Abyss.
It never ends.
It never ends.
I did the other day.
I'll practice Grand Abyss. Why can't you?
Donate enough, you probably have to do it.
New donation incentive. Donate to make Kirby go practice Grand Abyss for the rest of the marathon.
On that note, $35 from Mysterious Blonde Girl. Why is Kirbymastah playing Zero Mission? I thought he was supposed to be practicing Grand Abyss.
All right, so this is where things get interesting in cleanup. So remember that I did a horizontal bomb, which is absurdly difficult, and this is the entire point of it. So I can go through this acid worm area really quickly. Oh yeah, that missile. I'll get it then. Yeah. So like I have plasma beam, I can kill everything. I have gravity suits. I have space jump. Screw attack is nice as well. So it just saves little. Basically, all the upgrades I have save little bits of time everywhere. And then the actual fight itself, I have plasma beam and supers, which makes the fight really quick and easy.
That boost out of the ball booster there actually is required because there's a speed booster block in that tube.
Right, there's a charge beam strat. If I can get this. Ah, too late.
Fail.
All right, so I don't feel like using a zipline here, even though it's like around the same speed. It's just cooler to space
So you're gonna do the acid worm glitch, right?
Yeah, remember?
What glitch is that?
It's the left block.
What are you talking about? I have no idea.
No. I see how it is.
All right, so I have super equipped. I'm gonna have my charge.
Kirby's such a
Charge. I have
scrub,
to remember
there's
that
no
you can't
glitches.
R-shoot in this game. Ah, one tink.
Tinkin.
Ah, it's okay.
Good job.
Where am I? Okay, sure, why not?
Now where are you?
I've seemed to be out of bounds or something.
Seems legit.
Wait, where is the beam? What is going on? My beam's like really delayed or something. Okay, I can shoot that from here, apparently.
Nice.
Okay. I don't know what happened. By the way, there's a block right here that if you destroy it, it activates the screen scrolling, but I skipped it, so that's how you activate that glitch.
There's very few glitches. But the ones there are pretty easy. Unfortunately, useless in speedruns, but
That spring ball's very scary. If you miss it, you have to ball spark all the way back up. Why am I morphing?
it's kind of both a double-edged sword with Game Boy Advance Metroid games. Is that like they're both relatively unbreakable. There's no real useful. There's barely any useful glitches. So, like for people who don't like seeing glitches abused to just like tear apart the game and just want to see someone go fast just by playing better rather than abusing glitches.
Using, not abusing.
I know there's a missile tank I missed. I'll get it in a bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Eventually. Looks like the last one he's gonna get in this area.
I'm gonna get the missile tank I forgot on the way to Warfare.
So yeah, this is one thing about Zero Mission cleanup is that there's a few items that you physically cannot get earlier in the game, and that happens to be one of them. Without Gravity Suit, you cannot get to that one since you need Speed Booster.
On another note, everyone should go YouTube, NBMB, Zero Mission, TAS. ZX put together a really cool TAS of no mini boss, no boss, where you can get as many upgrades as you can. And he gets speed boosted without killing Kraid. And he gets a power bomb tank before
What?
stealth. Just FYI.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of crazy things you see in that's otherwise useless. So I highly recommend looking for that. Maybe someone can post a link in the chat. I just did this in practice. Don't hit me. Thank you.
I guess what's intended, well, I mean, the puzzle implies that you're supposed to break those green floor panels, and those will reveal ball
like those
shooters
side hoppers.
that you can use to
I got a super
break
drop.
those speed booster blocks. But you could actually just Space boost or apparently.
Right, so there's a cool shine spark here that I found that I discovered this route is actually a few seconds slower than normal. Assuming I didn't forget that missile tank earlier, but it looks cool, so I'm doing it anyways.
I'm just gonna remind you, Kirby, you skipped an energy tank here too.
Did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay, guess I'll go back and get that later. Thanks for reminding me.
Incoming 97%.
So I'm supposed to shine spark here, and it looks really cool, but I kind of messed up. So, oops.
Well,
Yeah, those guys
so
are kind of
much for that.
annoying. So,
Look at that missile tank.
oh yeah, I can
Go up.
space jump. I've never messed that up before, so it's like, what do I do here?
This is why you should try running low percent. You'll know these things.
Don't forget the missile.
Die. Okay, there we go.
Now.
Now get the E-tank. Oops.
In retrospect,
I did like a
probably
frame
should've
perfect
got
jump out of
first.
unmorph. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm supposed to go right, but I kind of forgot an E-tank. Thanks to Draken Dutch for reminding me. So
Reset.
let's go get it.
Resets.
I'm not sure why I forgot it because I usually normally space boost out of there. I knew something was weird when I did that left room normally.
Unfortunate.
Another fun fact: you cannot grab one of those zip lines if you're in the middle of a screw attack.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
Well, you could just like hit straight up and cancel your spin, I guess.
Should've got the missile now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I realized that, but oh well, it's fine.
You can, but I didn't realize that at the time.
Oh wait, I don't want to shine spark. So
You could have
old
gone for a
routes.
very swag ball spark, though.
Also,
you-
it's
The
open.
task
Well, you can ball spark
space
here,
jumping.
but it's actually slower for real time because
But
you
it
put
looks
the power
cool.
bomb so
Yeah, what is
late.
it, like a 2-second startup animation?
Yeah, something like that.
It's way too long.
Second and a half, around there.
But ball spark.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, the power bomb tick I talked about in ZX's TAS is the one here. You can get this early, but you die right after. It's still really cool though.
So
And it's
this is the
WTF.
end of the
TAS.
yeah.
But it's really cool. I highly recommend watching it. So
Keep that Zero Mission catch Crystal Flash.
Or crawl, for that matter.
all right, so and the upper Norfolk cleanup route would go up, but I'm just gonna take this lower path instead and get like 2 or 3 expansions I did not get on my first trip. So there's a missile tank here, 2 missile tanks actually. And this is why I do lower Norfolk cleanup, because if I did upper Norfolk with only 3 E-tanks, I will not have enough health to do this without refilling. Because this takes like a lot of health without.
Yeah, this is
Fucking
like
damage.
somewhere between 150 and 200 health to do it
Yeah.
without Varia or gravity.
Plus, like gravity helps makes this a little bit faster. So, again, like I said, lower Norfolk cleanup. I think Dragonfang said lower Norfolk cleanup on the route alone you lose 6 seconds, but you get an extra super missile tank, which saves like up to 6 seconds. So it really depends on what that super missile tank means to you, how you use it.
It depends. A lot of it depends on whether you're doing early Imago as well.
That too, yeah. Let's freaking get space boost. Yay! Save like 5 frames.
And just in case, don't forget the inertia tank.
Yeah, so that actually saved frames because if you run up or down a slope, this is also on Fusion, by the way. If you run up or down a slope with speed boost, you actually go a bit slower than just on flat ground. So, so if you just jump space boost over it, though, then you go at the same speed as horizontally. So, you save some frames. Okay. Oops. All right. So,
Frames, kill the animals.
I disagree.
Nice.
Nice.
Now smack your head in here.
And smack your head into the missile tank.
Oops.
Or
that was kind of early. That was
You
kind of
wanted to
early.
get that missile.
So, oh well.
I don't know why. You could get it on the way back. Pretty easy to shoot the block in.
I get it now because space boosting is sexier than shine sparking. So, because if I get this on the first trip, I would shine spark, and it is faster to shine spark, but this is a marathon. I want to do what looks cool, like this.
In addition, having this super earlier in the game is much more useful.
Yeah, so in a serious run, that I would have an extra super. Cocoon will go a lot faster, so would Ridley, and Torian would be nice for Torian as well. This is another reason why I do this. Oh, I hope that's not too high. Yeah, yeah, it was.
Good job.
Was that? Oh, too high?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bumped the ceiling.
I want to cut the space boost off as early as possible so we can just start ball sparking. And ball sparking / shine sparking actually moves very slightly faster than just speed boosting on flat ground, I believe. Very slightly. Like Like every scenario, it's
If
not
it's the same as Fusion, then yeah.
Yeah, like in every scenario, it's like just not worth the startup. But if you went across like 100 rooms or something, then shiny sparking or ball sparking would catch up to just speed boosting.
See, this is unlike a game I will be speedrunning here when it's completed.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, by the way, that ball spark earlier, pretty much every speedrunner that sees that is surprised, and they never realize there's a set of speed booster blocks there.
Because none of the speedrunners watch the demo.
Yeah.
The demo is
actually shows it off.
the one that shows it off. That's what I was actually one of the first ones to notice it. It's like, wait.
I actually noticed it twice because I forgot.
There we go. Oh, we're
Very
not.
nice.
Fail.
That's like the first time I've done that in like 4 or
I didn't
5
even
months.
know
Pretty nice.
What am I supposed to do? Here. Yeah, so there's one missile tank left in criteria, but I'm gonna go back through here because this is the most boring part of the run, so I highly recommend you read donations right now.
Yeah, we've got like a 3-minute detour to go get one power bomb expansion.
Yeah.
All right, we got $100 from A. Samir. More money for a great cause. I wish this marathon would never end. Much love from France. $20 from Jack879. This money goes to the donation incentive of Kirby practicing Grand Abyss.
I approve all donations for that.
$10 from Icy Mango. This is my first summer games done quick and I love it. Metroid was one of my favorite game series growing up, and seeing the games played for a good cause makes me
That's too
smile.
low.
Keep it up. I'm looking forward to watching marathons in the future.
It's okay, I got a power bomb drop.
And $50
Yeah, I did.
from I'm Sanity. Kudos to the SGDQ gang for another great stream. Thanks for all the entertainment and let those critters burn.
They're cuddly.
And just as a reminder, you're watching Summer Games Done Quick 2014. This is Metroid Zero Mission 100% being run by Kirbymastah. This is a charity speedrunning marathon for raising money for Doctors Without Borders, a charity organization that provides medical care to people in over 60 countries whose survival is threatened by violence, neglect, or catastrophe, primarily due to armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, exclusion from healthcare, or natural disasters. This marathon features members from SDA, Speed Demos Archive,
Poor pirate.
the premier community for video game speedruns, which is completing games as quickly as possible through
That's very
extensive
bad.
planning, practice, and knowledge of game mechanics and/or glitches. You can follow the Twitch team at www.twitch.tv/team/SDA, and also members of Speedruns Live, or SRL, the best site to race video games online against others. Players of all skill levels are welcome to join, whether you'd like to become competitive or just race casually with your friends. You can go to the front page at speedrunslive.com for more information and to watch a wide variety of speedrun streams.
Yeah, a lot of Zero Mission speedrunners got into speedrunning because of Speedruns Live, and that's how the routes changed so much.
So if you're looking into running, like I think Fusion, Zero Mission, and Primes. I know Super Metroid has its own IRC, but I recommend checking out M2K, Metroid2002.com. There's a lot of basic stuff there that they go over. Yeah. Like I mean, it's kind of outdated. A lot of it is outdated in terms of routing and stuff, but it's a good place to start. And there's threads where you can ask questions and stuff. And like, while it's not the most active thread, people will answer if you ask.
Yeah,
the
the
question.
best place to go is the forum to ask questions.
So that should be everything in criteria. Yep. Okay.
People like Jagger G are on there.
Yeah, I go there pretty much every day.
And Kirby and me.
Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get all this crap in the underground Rosodia. That uncovers the super missile block, so I don't have to shoot it later. And you do not want to use a power bomb block here because that kind of screws up all the bomb block chains, and you'll have to use bombs later anyways. Like, I'm not gonna demonstrate because that's a waste of a power bomb. And I already burned one in Rosodia because I was kind of dumb. So you can try it out yourself and see how that works. And 90% of the time, we'll probably screw up. You'll see what I mean.
It has the same issue in Fusion.
Yes, yeah, and I feel like power bombs don't work well on chained bomb blocks because power bomb hits like both parts of bomb blocks or something. And they kind of interrupt each
As
other.
Dragon Dark mentioned earlier, like there was one trick where you just bombed like part of a bomb chain ahead of where the bomb chain was going off, and that could potentially just like cancel the bomb chain for some reason. We don't really know why.
There we go. Hey. I'm not sure if the chat can hear that.
You already got this.
You already got that.
Oh, I did. This is not the glass tube route. This is what happens if you run like 3 routes.
Do you have
There's
enough
another
power
power
bombs?
bomb going.
Yep. I might have to refill. I kind of forgot how power bomb management works. So, we'll see how this works.
We've got a $500 donation from Carl the Wimp. First time watching live, first time donating. But I've watched a lot of archive footage from previous events, so I'm donating now for previous events too.
Yeah, this part's pretty boring, so keep going.
Yeah, you should have enough
Well,
at least for the
self-explanatory.
power bombs.
I think I have enough, barely.
Stop and mention the prizes, which we have a few prizes for the Metroid block, which is ending at the end of this run. So if you want to get in for those, you're going to need to get a donation in pretty quickly. We've got 3 prizes that you can be entered for a drawing in if you donate $5. Those are an Alpaca Zero Suit Samus plushie, Metroid Art Folio, and an SR388 studies poster. If you donate $10, you can be entered into a drawing for a Samus Aran figure.
That's intentional.
A note for some of our donation incentives coming up. We have a big incentive for the amount of money we're able to raise by midnight tonight, and that will determine what Super Mario 64 run Siglemic does. Currently we are having a 16-star run, and if we manage to reach $400,000 by midnight, we'll be doing a 70-star run, and if we get to 500,000, we'll be getting a 120-star run. We also have a few donation incentives and bid wars coming up for Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. We have which character costume to end the game with. Currently Luigi's ahead with $544 to Waluigi at $310.
Right,
We also
so-
have... Sorry, did you...
That's fine. Yeah, I was just checking to make sure I got everything.
100%.
Yeah,
Well,
there's one
yeah.
E-Tank left. That's right before Iron's Head. So,
Are you gonna save 5 seconds?
You better
Go for
save
the
5
space jump.
seconds.
Go for the space jump.
I'm kicking you out of the Zero Mission community or you don't.
no comments. No comments.
He's still thinking.
At least go for it once.
I mean, in terms of time, this run kind of sucks. So, but I'm just.
You
That'll
do.
totally make up for everything.
I got HPJ first try. That's good enough.
Fine, you're out of the Zero Mission community.
Try it once.
I should have enough.
Do
I think I
it.
need 1 power bomb for that shortcut. Yeah, I should be okay. I'm gonna lag the game because I feel like it lag. Or not. Okay. I'm supposed to go this way. This is not any percent.
Now you have to make up those 5 seconds.
Well, time to save 5 seconds.
We also have a donation war for the file name for Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Currently Almond is ahead at $100, and CBX in second at $65.
It's kind of awkward. Yeah.
That was suboptimal.
Yeah, I don't remember where to put that. Because like I was doing a practice run right after Romsko told me I'm doing this, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
And I finished like 80% of the run.
Yeah! So that's the way casual players normally get it, actually. But if you learn to speedrun it, you find out there's actually a Shine Spark that makes it a lot easier. You just charge a Shine Spark, or basically after you break the blocks, you have to go back to the door and charge a Shine Spark, jump down to the bottom, and just run off the ledge and spark right before you hit the lasers, and you'll spark all the way across, all the way to the energy tank without having to worry about timing jumps or anything.
So remember how hard this guy was when I did low percent?
Yeah, it's 100%. It's taking too much damage for it to be 99.
Well, this is a lot sillier in any percent. So in a 100% run, his health actually multiplies by what, 2.5?
3.
3? Okay. Nice.
Oh, that's the good.
Oh.
It's about to be.
We're going.
Yeah!
What is that?
Awesome.
What are those? I can't even
They're
tell.
missiles.
They're missiles.
He's activated.
Yeah,
Evacuate.
the tile set changed for the.
That's like the Zero Mission equivalent of
Escape
Pogo
sequence.
Omega Metroid.
Yeah.
That's a
There are
one-shot trick that
similar
looks
glitches
amazing.
in Fusion as well.
Yeah, there's something like that in Fusion, but we didn't get a chance to show it off.
That was literally the most nervous part of the run.
That makes up for it.
That makes up for every bad part of
It's
this
kind of
run.
like Pogo Omega.
Yeah, it just looks
it's like
hilarious.
the Pogo Omega of Zero Mission.
We also have the bid war for the Yoshi name in Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. Currently, Gerstmann is ahead at 1835, and Muxie is in second at 1650. We also have the bid war for which Pokemon game we're playing. It is going to be either Pokemon Gold Glitched Run, which is at $1,305, or Pokemon
Should I go for
Red.
it? Should I go for it? Should I go for it?
Yes,
Space
obviously.
boost, space boost, space boost. Saves like -1 seconds.
You better
Okay, we're
waste
going
more
for it. We're
missiles
going for it.
before
We're
you
going
get
for it.
there. Dirty pause buffer. Real men don't need that pause buffer.
Hey, in-game time.
Assuming I
man
get
can hit
this,
it without
yeah,
pause
time will be
buffering.
soon. Here we go.
Okay.
That might be too high.
Very nice. It just, again, that just saves the bonk animation.
It's slower than boss barking. Unless you're TASing. Time! Good enough.
Congrats on not dying to that pirate, by the way.
Now, the sucky part about not having power bombs is I could have showed off a color palette glitch by putting down a power bomb as I leave, but oh well. That was me kind of derping on my road.
Congrats on not pulling a Kirby.
Congrats on getting 100%. Because I haven't like finished any runs in, like 2
Incoming
weeks,
game
so-
pulling you anyway.
Yeah. So we'll wait for in-game time and move on to the next game.
Unfortunately, the boss took 17 hits.
Alright, so that was the 100% Zero Mission run by Kirbymastah.
Thank you very much.
And our next game will be...
Music.
Next game is Super
music from?
Mario Brothers 2 by Cat. And I will be switching over to Rosentia for hosting. So this is Matty Ice signing off.
I highly recommend following Kak, who's doing Super Mario Bros. 2 next. Because he's really good at like pretty much every NES game he touches. And he has like one of the records for the NES Metroid as well. So he's really good, and I highly recommend staying and watching him. This is the most fitting music ever.
One of the Metal Gear Solids, I think.
Oh yeah, shout out to Romscout for letting me do this run in the marathon.
Metal Gear Solid.
And shout out to like pretty much all the, I don't know if anyone can hear me, but probably.
We can hear you.
But shout out to all the Metroid runners as well who have supported me through these runs, and Battle Spec and Jagger G for an awesome race as well. So it's too many runners to name, honestly, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to forget some people, so I'm just not going to name anymore.
On a tree front, so do that trial to survive. On a day we see new life.
Rosentia here, joining you for the Mario block. Ooh, I hear myself echoing. I love this.
We love you too.
The Mario block has not started yet.
This song reminds me of a James Bond.
And we're still in the Metal Gear block.
Guesses on in-game time.
Predictions at in-game time. I'm happy with stop hour.
59.
I'm going 56-11.
I see what you did there.
7:30.
56-11 from me.
It'll probably be something in the 50s.
6287.
57.
So funny story. If you didn't see Dragon Dasher's run for HDQ 2012, I think.
Yeah.
So basically he finished the run and he was said, I'll be happy with under an hour. And then the in-game time was 1 hour, 0 seconds.
To the 100th of a second.
Perfect timing with the music. Wow.
That ass.
Here we go. 56-13.
50. I was closest.
Without going over.
Great job, Sharky Dark.
I said 56-11.
Oh, nice. Wow.
So, you're 2 seconds behind my FBA run. You failed.
Considering I wasted a lot of time and stuff, this was a pretty good run.
Yeah,
That was my
you
fault, I'm
did-
sorry.
You did the missile glitch and you did.
I got a lot of cool tricks. That's all I care
Dancing
about.
Pyramid, so.
Right.
Great run.
Thank you.
Nice.
See you next mission.
See you next mission.
All right, great. It looks like they're going to be setting up for the next run. Let me read a few donation comments while they're doing that. We had $83 from Brian Alcorn, or Wizards Asylum, says this donation is from a comic book shop and gaming shop in Norman, Oklahoma. We've been watching the stream non-stop during our Magic tournaments. Our community is happy to contribute to the cause. Keep it up. Well, we will. Thank you very much. $10 from Joiner Junior Glenn, or I cannot pronounce your screen name, Baranelg. Third time donating for a great cause and things you guys are doing. Hoping to join you all next year with Shovel Knight, or if I hate myself enough, Anubis 2. Congrats on $300,000. Here's a $400K. Awesome, thank you very much. $50 from Dirge of Mask says, we're speed running for charity, not let's playing for charity. Kill the animals. We appreciate it. We will see how much we can kill. Or not kill, you know. It's up to you. It's up to your money.